Mom's Pearls. Mom's Pearls. Mom's Pearls. Mom's Pearls. Mom's Pearls.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Mom's Pearls. My name is Leah. I'm here with my co-host Brenda, and we have joining with us today our other co-host Diney.
Hey everybody!
Hey! She's a mom just like we are, and we're all sisters in Christ. So, ladies, viewers, we're super excited today. We've got a special treat for you. We are going to be taking a pop quiz.
Woo! Yes.
What fun, right? Wait. Don't run. Don't go. Stay with us. This is going to be super fun. We're going to learn a lot, and we're going to talk and really get into our topic for today. So this is going to bring us into it. So grab your pens, your paper, your pencils, and let's get started. Ladies, you ready?
Let's do it.
All right,
Let's
so
do it.
here we go. Question number 1.
Okay.
Which of these might cause stress? Okay, here we go. So your selections are A, planning a wedding, B, driving in traffic, C, traveling for vacation, or D, all of the above. Planning a wedding, driving in traffic, traveling for vacation, or all of the above. What did we decide, ladies?
Ready.
Okay, so everybody said D. Viewers, what did you guys think? D would be the correct answer, all of the above. Somehow, planning a wedding, driving in traffic, vacation, like really? Yes, these are definitely things that can cause stress, okay?
For real.
Your company, if you have
All of it.
children,
Yes.
if your traveling plans go awry, we know those planes, they'll quick to cut them out in a minute. Yeah,
Cancel
exactly.
that.
I can't do this, I can't do that. So those things can be very stressful. Okay, question number 2.
Number 2.
Stress and anxiety are the same thing. True or false? Stress, anxiety, are they the same thing? Ladies, what do we think? Okay, so both of our ladies agree the answer is false. That is very correct. Way to go, viewers.
Okay,
Perhaps some of you got that right.
Are we getting
as
prizes for this?
Well, we
just
should.
saying.
Let's see how far you do. We're only on question number 2. We'll
Okay,
see.
okay.
So stress is a physical response to something you feel threatened by.
Yes.
Anxiety is an emotion that's triggered by stress. So anxiety is actually the emotion that stress causes. So
Wow.
it causes you to feel apprehensive, nervous, or
Yeah.
scared.
Yeah.
And depending on the situation, I'm sure everybody can agree we've all felt that way at some time or another.
Sometimes, yes.
Every
yes.
day.
Every
Yeah.
day.
Depending
point,
on what we do.
yeah.
That's
Yes.
a lot of
true.
times.
Depending on what we do. Yes.
So number 3, stress doesn't serve any purpose now. True or false? Does stress serve a purpose? Is there a purpose for our stress? True or false?
It don't serve no purpose for me.
Is it a true or false?
I don't see a purpose in it in my life.
Okay, so she says
that's
true.
what I'm saying.
Stress doesn't serve any purpose, and she says true. Stress doesn't serve any purpose. Well, the answer actually is false, ladies. Some of our viewers might have gotten that right. See how their prize just went right out the
Wow.
window?
So you know what?
So listen.
Yes.
Why?
Why?
I'm getting ready to tell you. So you don't have to run into a lion to find a use for the stress response. It can show up at the wrong time, as we all know, in
It always does.
conversation with your boss
Okay.
or your teenager, but
Okay.
it can still be helpful. Okay, here's how it can be helpful. A little stress-induced anxiety can make your memory and brain work better and may even help make new brain cells. So we
Really?
get new brain cells and it makes your brain work
Wow.
better. So stress has a
Ooh,
purpose.
my brain should be real good.
Come on. I'm just saying.
Stress can help you focus during a crisis at work or if you're learning a new skill. So it's not always a negative thing. Like stress can actually help us.
Wow.
That's really good to know.
That's something new.
Okay. All right, so we're learning just like our viewers. I like it. Here we
Yes,
go.
yes,
Question
yes.
number 4. The stress response prepares your body to A, sleep, B, fight or run, C, eat large amounts of food. I like the second option. You know, you see the movies like with the ice cream where they're all eating and they're like, oh, the ice cream. That's how I feel about it. Okay, so A is sleep, B is fight or run, or C is eat large amounts of food. So let's say eat or fight or run. Okay, and the correct answer is Brenda, fight or run.
I'm gonna get a prize.
Fight or run. If you run across a lion in the jungle, your stress response sends more oxygen to your brain, tenses your muscles, and makes your heart beat faster. This is supposed to make you more alert and prepared for action. The fight or flight response.
Come on now. Okay, got it.
That's definitely what I'm trying to
Look,
do.
it works out great when you happen upon lions.
Not trying to be dinner.
But it's not as useful when you're stuck in traffic. Okay, that's just a side note for fight or flight. Number 5, you have some control over how stress affects you. True or false? Can we control it, or is it something that just happens to us in life? What do you ladies think?
I'll say to some extent.
True or false? All right, ladies. So, Dionyse, you said true, and Brenda, you said true. That is correct.
Woo! That was kind of
Your mindset is a huge factor in how your body deals with it.
Okay.
If you see it as a positive and necessary thing, it's less likely to take a physical or emotional toll on you.
Okay.
And that's true. You can have a good occasion, but you're still stressful about it.
That's right.
But it's a
That's
good
true.
thing.
That's
Like your wedding day. You
Mm.
know.
I'm talking about it.
Yes.
Oh, before I got there, to even when it's over, you're like, oh my
Yes.
gosh. Okay.
Okay.
Stress is linked to diabetes. True or false? Diabetes, health problems, and stress, do those go hand in hand? Oh, look at my winners. They're saying true. That is correct. When you're stressed, your liver puts glucose in your blood to fuel the fight or flight response.
Okay.
But this can be released when you don't need it. Say in a stressful meeting, for example. If you're already at risk for high blood sugar and it happens too often, it can lead to diabetes.
And
Stress
other
period
health
leads
causes
to
and some
health
other health
The health
problems.
issues,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes.
Diabetes is one of them.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Let's stay less
All right.
stressful, guys.
Come on
Okay,
now.
if we
Amen.
can. So number 7, stress caused by daily life can lead to health problems. True or false? What did we just say? We just answered that one, right?
Yes, we
So I
did.
know my ladies are going to get it correct and say true, which is correct. You may not notice them at first, but issues caused by work and family responsibilities can add up.
Yes.
If your body doesn't get a break, stress can cause heart disease, high blood pressure, and depression, among other things. So we all know about that. It can be very dangerous. You have to give your body, your mind, everything a break. Yoga. Okay, so next question. Chronic stress can affect your waistline. Consider me stress-free. True or false?
I'm done.
True or false? True or false, ladies? What do we think? Can it affect your waistline? Remember our ice cream scenario? Very good. If you eat comfort foods when you're stressed, ones high in fat and sugar, the higher levels of certain hormones can turn more of it into belly fat. This is the most dangerous kind of fat because it puts you at higher risk for heart disease. You ladies are correct.
Thank you.
Great job. Okay, we're almost to the end. No need to panic. I'm sure you guys are picking up on what our topic is for today. Next question.
Really?
Chronic stress affects sexual health in men, women, or both? I know my answer to that, but we'll see what they say. That was not my answer. Way to go, guys. All right, so the answer is correct, both. Women may lose interest in sex if they're overwhelmed with work or financial problems, because you know how we do, okay? We got other stuff we got to do. But it can cause that and more in men, which was surprising for me to learn. It can lead to erectile dysfunction and affect testosterone, a hormone linked to sexual interest and performance, as well as sperm quality and the ability to make them. Very interesting.
Oh,
Very, okay,
That's
that was a
not
moment of reflection.
good.
that's
Sorry,
not
guys.
a good thing.
So you guys got to
Not a
be
good
careful
thing.
with the,
Yeah.
with the
Not
stress.
good.
Yeah.
Not good at all.
Okay, last question, ladies. You guys have done terrific. Viewers, I'm sure you guys are doing as well. Let's do this. People who exercise regularly are more likely to be stressed. True or false? Well,
It depends on the person.
which one? True or false? Correct.
Oh,
Correct,
wait a minute,
correct, correct.
wait a minute. Say that again?
People who exercise regularly are more likely to be stressed. And you guys said false. You're
Oh,
correct.
oh, oh.
Superstars
Okay, I got it wrong.
winning.
What did we get? What is our
Yes.
consolation prize?
Yes.
Stress free. We're
Yes.
learning about free look at that. So
Man.
just 30 minutes a day of moderate exercise.
Who's
can
with
help.
me? Oh, see how they just diss me like that.
But we're still stress free in other ways. Maybe not exercise, but our
She
appetite.
wanna do boot camp.
See, look, they just totally just ignored me on that one. See how they just dissed me completely? I mean, that really,
We'll just watch the waistline, okay?
you know, just saying.
So just 30 minutes a day of moderate exercise can help boost your mood and limit the negative effects of stress. As you get even more out of it if you go outside in the sunshine, which we love
Yes,
the
too
rain
hot for that.
sunshine. So you've probably guessed at this point, viewers, of course, we're talking about stress. And it's a very common occurrence in most of our lives. Wouldn't
Yes,
you
it
agree,
is.
ladies?
Yes.
And we know the stress affects all of us differently.
Yes,
So
it
true.
does.
Yeah,
It's
everybody
so true.
has a different way their body reacts and
I
how their
agree.
mind sits. Like for me, driving in traffic, I despise it.
Girl, amen
Guys,
on that.
I know y'all are with me, and in this Atlanta traffic, woo, what are you
No
talking
joke.
about? It is horrible. I will go all the way, out the way, around the way, up under the way, just not to keep in traffic,
Yeah,
so
and
that I
find
am steadily
somewhere-
moving.
Yeah, somewhere where people are like, where are you going?
Hey,
And you got another stress is called flying. They, for some people, they may like it. Me personally, I can't stand flying. Some
Ooh, I
people are
love it.
paralyzed by flying.
I love
Oh
it.
my goodness.
Okay, I mean I'll fly because I have to, but if I don't have to, train, hello, Amtrak, hey,
Hey,
all the
yeah.
way.
I'm not mad at it. I'm the same way about talking in front of a large group of people. For some people, it might be fun, but for others, like myself, it may feel like torture. Like you're up there
Yeah.
for forever. They may say, oh, go do a 5-minute speech, and it feels like a 55-minute speech if you don't like it. So I totally agree. We're all different,
Right.
and stress affects us in different
Yes.
ways.
Yes, and how do we handle stress?
Mm,
You know,
That's
how do
another
we
question.
handle stress?
that's another
How do
question.
we handle it? See, some people, we flight. You know, some of us are going to fight or flight. Some of us is just going to stand there. Some of us is going to eat like we don't know tomorrow. Some of us is just going to go like, okay, this didn't happen. That's somebody else's problem. Deal with it. And then you got some people that just like, whatever. So which one are you going to be? And then you got, you know, with stress, it can, for example, cause some tension headaches,
Yeah.
anxiety, over and under eating, not being able to sleep fully. You know, we just got to be cognizant of what causes our stress.
Yeah,
Because
that's
when
true.
you realize what's causing you stress, then you'll learn how to, okay, recognize it, you know, okay, this is my stress, you know, this is a stressor. So how do I deal with my stressor? You know, that's how you got to figure out some things. You got to realize and how important it is to realize your stressors.
Well,
That's
you
true.
know, people handle it different ways.
We do.
Some people be like, oh, I got this going on, I'm doing that, I got this, I just got so much going on
You know?
right now. You know, guys, I'm sure at home, you're very, very busy. Our days are not long enough for all the tasks. So they just say, oh, well, I'm too busy right now. You know, I got 1,000 things, so that's why I'm all stressed out. That is a way of just like kind of coding it, you know, not really attacking the issue,
I
what's
agree.
stressing you out.
I
So
agree.
sugarcoating it, like putting a Band-Aid on a gun wound, you know, like, yeah.
It does nothing for it.
Right, it's not
Exactly.
helping you.
I agree. And do you define stress as an integral part of your work or home life? Like, things are always crazy around here, or as part of your personality. For example, I have a coworker who she can't live without stress. Like, she's always busy. They have her doing a million things, like not just her job, but other people's job on top of other people's job. And it's like, okay, you can stop doing it, but then when she stops doing it, she has nothing to do. She can't help but like to go out there and look for. But she always comes back and she's like, I can't stand this job. Everybody wants me to do everything. But it's like, okay, well, if you know, stop doing it. But you know, some people just really think it's a part of their life or their personality. Like, I have to do it. I can't
stay
not
still.
be stressed
Yeah,
out.
she
Like,
can't stay still.
you know,
So
it's
she a busybody.
craziness. Yes.
Oh my goodness. And then you have people who blame other people or other events because they don't want to take it on themselves. Oh, it is your fault. No.
They don't take
I know
responsibility.
people like that. They don't take responsibility for nothing. Oh, because she said this is her fault. Or because she did this is her fault or his fault. She don't know what she doing because of that. That's why this happened. We have a ripple effect. So, you know, and all of us know somebody like that.
Yep.
All of us
Absolutely.
know somebody like that. It's everybody's fault but yours. You know, and so that's something that we got to think about. And then, you know, accept responsibility. Sometimes we got to own our responsibilities and stuff that we have done to create the stressful situation. And if you don't own it, you're going to never know how to resolve it.
That's right.
Am I correct?
And it'll
ladies?
remain outside of your control.
Yes, it
what will you
will.
be able to do?
You just
And then
stay
you're going to go back
stressful.
to that stressful eating and all the other stuff that goes with
or
stress.
under eating.
Under
Exactly.
eating, and then the anxiety hits again, and then boom, you're going back into another cycle.
Exactly.
Sick.
And that's why you really have to understand that stress is an automatic response from your nervous system. Some stressors arise at predictable times. Like some things you can predict. Your commute to work, meeting with your boss. These are things you know automatically. Your hands start sweating. You're like, oh goodness, you know. Or family gatherings for some people getting around family. Especially if you're meeting the family. You know how we have to do it. Meet the parents of our significant other or something. You know, we be a little tense.
Hey, must
You
admit,
like me?
we don't always get along with all our family members.
Exactly. So
No,
some
we do
people we
not.
just like, I don't even
Yeah.
we think about it. And I'm out like,
Oh,
oh,
and is this person coming to me? Why? Oh, okay, no.
So when handling such predictable stressors, we can either change the situation or change our reaction to
Come
it.
on now.
When deciding which option to choose in any given scenario, it's helpful to think of the 4 A's. Okay? What are they? Let's talk about them. Avoid, alter, adapt, or accept.
Okay.
So, the first one that I want to talk to you guys about today, let's see if I can write pretty and quick at the same time.
You got it, sis. You got it.
Avoid, okay? So, avoid unnecessary stress by learning how to say no. And if you guys remember, Brenda, you were with us on the very first episode when Justin came and he was talking about simple planning. And he was saying one of the number one things that we can do is just say no. It's difficult, but it will help us in the long run. We can also avoid people who stress us out. So we were talking about those family members scenarios that we can't control. I can't control our boss, but I don't have to come around my family that I know is going to stress me out, you know? And then we take control of our environment. If the nightly news makes you anxious, turn it off. It's as simple as that. Anything that you can kind of help to avoid the situation, if you don't like all the violence, cut it off. If you don't like your person that you're dealing with because they talk crazy and they're a friend, say, okay, I gotta let you go. Bye-bye. And it's as simple as that. What else do we have? What's the next one, ladies?
Alter.
Okay.
Mine is alter. Ooh, there you go. That's it. Alter.
Okay.
So when we're altering, you know, avoid stressful situation, you can try by often involves change the way that, you know, you're communicating or operating in your life.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you can do this by expressing your feelings in an open and respectful way of talking to one another. Basically, when one person says something, listen to what they have to say. Completely let them finish their thought. Then, before you speak, give yourself a second. Think about what they're saying, and then come back with another, you know, with what you feel.
Okay.
That kind of will relieve some stress. Another way to do that, instead of bottling it up, You know, because some people like to bottle their stuff up and then it's an explosion.
Yes.
And that's ugly.
Of
It's
everything
very
that they've been
ugly.
holding for a long
You know what I'm
time.
saying?
They
Gotta
really
let
been
it
there
out,
from January
guys. Gotta
to
let it
May.
out.
Be willing to compromise, you know, kind of compromise. So basically, you know, if you know you're not going to agree with this person, or you know this person is not going to agree with whatever you're coming up with, then try to figure out a resolution where you can compromise. Like, you know, okay, I don't like the color of green, but we all have to wear green. Okay, well, can I wear a light green instead of a dark green?
Something that looks pretty.
It's still green, but that's a compromise, you know? You know, or sometimes somebody might say, well, I want to eat this for dinner, because sometimes we do argue over dinner. That is a stressor, because, you know, we always ask what you want for dinner.
What do you
And
want? What do you
what do you want?
want?
What do you want? What do you want? And then when they give you something, but you're already preparing, and they're like, well, I don't really want to eat this. Well, how about this? Since I'm already preparing this today, why don't we, you know, fix this that you want tomorrow? Those are some ways of compromising.
I like it.
That
Yeah.
kind of brings down, alleviates a lot of stress. And that's, like I said, open communication.
I
It
like
helps.
it. I like it.
It does.
It helps.
Okay, what else do we have, Brenda? Tell us something.
Okay, my word is adapt.
Whoa.
Okay. Yes.
That's a big one.
Yo, yes.
That's a big one.
And it's, if you can't change the stressor, then change yourself.
Uh-oh.
Okay? And I
That's a
know,
good
guys,
one, look.
that's a hard thing to do, everyone, because you
we
gotta
don't wanna
look
be
into
the problem.
yourself.
That's
Right.
right.
You don't
Come
want
on.
to see your faults.
Yeah.
Come
All
on.
right.
Exactly.
So when you can adapt to stressful situations and regain your self control, you can get some, you know, you can kind of control the
What you
situation.
do yourself,
Yeah,
how you
because
react
how
to
you
it.
react to
Right.
it
Yes,
means
absolutely.
a lot. You know you know, you try to view the stressful situation from a more positive
Mm-hmm.
perspective.
Okay.
So, you know, kind of turn it around.
Look at it
You know,
differently.
it
Yes.
says do this by reframing the problem. So
Right.
you're just looking at the problem in a different way.
Absolutely.
All right.
I like
You know,
it.
stepping out, like how they said, walk in my shoes.
Yes.
Well, how would you
Okay.
like
Yes.
it if you was in my position?
Yes.
Yeah, I
You
got
know,
you.
and
I
that
got you. I
twists
got
it
it.
around.
I got
And
it.
a lot of times, you know, it makes you go,
And you
Okay.
understand
Yeah.
more of where that person
Right.
is coming from.
Yeah.
And it doesn't
So-
stress you out as
Right.
much.
So just like how I hate traffic, I despise it.
Okay.
But it says it's an opportunity for me to regroup myself. I'm pausing, I relax. Hey, my favorite station's on. They playing all my nice old
Hey,
school music, you know.
let's get
I got
it.
some downtime so now.
Okay.
I'm singing like I
Okay.
can.
And everybody
like
was like, why is he doing this?
Like I really sound
Enjoy
good,
the moment,
you
you
know.
know.
I'm like, hey. So, we all know I cannot sing.
But they don't know that.
I got a song you want to hear? Let me sing it too.
Hey, okay.
And my family always says, no, please no. But I have looked at things too, is why I got backed up in traffic, is I'll go and then there's this huge accident.
Yes.
And I'll be like, okay, God had me stuck here for a reason.
Right.
Because it could have been me.
That's right.
You know? So I had to learn to look at things that way, but I still can't stand traffic. Amen.
I don't know anybody can stand some rush
My
hour
husband,
traffic.
my husband,
See,
he always drives to the, why do you come this way? You
so
know it's this time, and it's nothing but traffic, but he enjoys it, people. I truly think he does. Who's come from? Well, I get more time with the one I love. Yeah, okay. And then I go, yeah,
Oh,
okay.
that's
I know.
so romantic. Come on now. Oh.
I know, that's how it gets me to be like, I'm like, yeah, okay. Just let me
Okay.
turn it right.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
So
Okay,
what's the next
ladies.
word?
So I have accept. Okay.
Well,
Okay.
So accept the things you cannot change.
Come
like
on.
traffic,
Yes.
for example.
Yes.
You can't change
Yes,
that, okay?
yes.
Some sources of stress are unavoidable. You can't prevent or change stressors, such as the death of a loved one
No.
or
No.
a serious illness. Like,
No.
I mean, I had to get a steroid shot the last time I was sick. Like, it was just unavoidable. But at the
Right.
end of the day, it kind of did put me on edge.
Mhm.
But I mean, you can't. There's nothing you can do
Yes.
about those type of stressors.
Yeah, that's-
So in such cases, the best way to cope with stress is to accept things as they are.
Come on.
Don't try to control the controllable.
Thank
Which
you.
many times is what causes us to be like so stressful because
Right,
we're
right.
like trying to control
Right.
everything.
We
I need to do
want
this,
to
I
be
need
in,
make sure I do this.
control.
Right.
We
That's,
do.
That's our nature.
Of everything.
Yes.
Of everything. Like as
And you
much
know,
as
I
we
have
can
a word
control.
for some people that do that. I love it. Some people are OCD. Just saying.
I can agree with that. It just kind of depends. So many things in life are beyond our control.
Yeah.
Particularly the behavior of other people.
Come on.
Rather than stressing out over them, focus on the things you can control, which is kind of like you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Focus on the things you can control, such as the way you choose to react to problems. So we
Come
can
on.
examine how we choose to respond to it.
That's right.
Learn to forgive.
Yes.
Accept the fact that we live in an imperfect world and that people make mistakes. It's just
Yes.
life. We're
Yes.
human. We're
Yes,
gonna
we
make
do.
them. So
Yes,
just
we
learn
do.
how to deal with it.
Yes.
Let go of anger
Come
and
on.
Yeah.
resentment.
Come on.
Free yourself from negative energy by forgiving and moving on.
But sis, that's so much easier said than done.
Yeah, but it's still doable
It's
at the end of the day.
still
doable. Oh, yeah,
and
it
we've
is.
got to do it because it's better for us and
Yes.
our health, as we
Yes.
talked
Healthy,
about,
yes.
than it is
Yes.
for holding on to it.
Come
So,
on now.
At the end of the day, there are some things that we can do that'll help us. There's a
Yes.
well-known prayer called the Serenity Prayer, and it sums
Yes.
up all 4 of our A's.
Yes.
It says, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can,
Mhm.
and the wisdom to know the difference.
Okay.
It's just that simple.
It's that simple.
What you got, ma'am?
Well, another good way to help relieve stress is
Uh-huh.
get up and get moving, y'all. Hey,
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 hey, hey.
that we all say we're going to do January 1st and we don't exercise.
I
I'm all for it. I'm just saying.
They say by
I'm still
physical
doing it.
activity, I show off. But physical activity is a huge, I say again, a huge stress reliever.
Yes,
y'all.
it is.
Yes.
It
And
works.
the
It
exercise releases endorphins
Come
that
on
make
now.
you feel good.
It does.
Hey, and there's a whole lot of exercises you can do to make you feel good.
I'm just saying.
You don't have to
saying.
be lifting weights.
Mm.
And then while you're getting the most benefit from regular exercise, and they say 30 minutes or more.
Okay.
At
Okay.
least I think 3 times a week,
Yes,
right?
about 3
Okay,
times.
yeah.
Yes.
And then you get even better at it because
Yes.
you start off small. So you do the 5-pound weights, then you gradually get up to the 10
Yes, she got
pounds, and
gradually. She really
But even if you stay at the 5,
I know you
keep
can't. I know you
pressing on,
can't.
my
You
friend.
can't. You get your weight by lifting your cup with your soda. I know.
Okay.
But
I'm just saying.
but these are some of the daily things and exercises and ways you can incorporate every day
Okay.
to help us,
Yes.
with stress.
Yes, yes.
And because they said if you do this, you stress less.
Okay.
So
Yes.
put on some music and dance around the house
We
like
like it.
hey.
While you vacuum cleaning, while you
It's Friday night. Oh yeah, while you get doing your
Yes.
house chores,
Exactly.
it helps you to do the chores.
Yes,
It's much
more
easier.
quick and more efficient.
Walk or ride your bike to the store, but where we live, we can't do that.
No,
But we
we
can
can't.
walk.
I'm sorry.
We
We
can
in
go
the
on walking trails and walk.
We in the
Use the
city.
stairs at home
I
or
love the stairs.
at
I love
work
the stairs. I love the
instead
stairs.
of
The
elevators,
elevator, I like
right?
it.
Park your car at all the way to the other end of the parking lot. Yeah, we know this.
Except for
And
when
we
it's
walk
raining,
to the
not
door.
doing it.
Now, there are exceptions to the rules
But do
now, okay?
something. These are just
So pair up with a partner.
I'm down. Woo-hoo. Anybody want to pair up
Pair
with
up
me?
with a partner. We're going to drag her out there,
Oh.
We're going to drag her out there.
Like, for real, not.
And so, so we encourage you. We can lift you up. Yeah, go, Leah. Go, Leah. You can do it. Playing games like ping pong, video games with your kids. Now, I don't know. Well, the video games, because they have ones that are interactive.
The
Where
Wii.
you
Yeah,
dance.
yeah,
and
like the Wii
do,
and all that
do the
stuff.
things where you're
can
actually
do it all.
moving
Yes,
around.
yes.
And that's fun too.
Yes, it is.
So those are some of the things that.
And
you
it
can
really
do.
works for both you and your kids. At
Right,
the end of the
right.
day, you help
It's
them
just
get up
good
and
family
moving.
time.
Yeah.
Quality time.
Yes.
All while moving and getting everybody exercising.
Yes.
So, viewers, we hope you've enjoyed it today. As we all understand, stress is a part of life, but it can consume our lives if we let it.
Yes.
God has
Don't.
gifted us with so many different ways to manage stress. And the most important, which we dare not neglect, is His Word and prayer. So Matthew 6:25 through 27 says, "Therefore I tell you, do not be anxious about your life, what you will eat or what you will drink, nor about your body, what will you put on? Is not life more than food, and the body so more than clothing? Look at the birds of the air. They sow not, nor reap, nor gather into
That is
barns,
so true.
and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not of more value than they? And which of you, by being anxious, can add a single hour to his span of life?
Come
Not
on.
any of us, but we
You
know
take
the
away.
Come
You
on.
take
Exactly.
us away from being
Okay,
like that.
come on.
Exactly.
Yes.
1 Peter 5:7 says, cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you.
Yes,
Yes,
he
And
does.
we are instructed in Philippians 4:6-7 to do not be anxious about anything,
Come on.
but in everything,
Yes.
by prayer and
Yes.
supplication with thanksgiving,
Come on.
let
Yes.
your requests be made known to God.
Come on.
Yeah.
And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Jesus Christ.
Amen.
So we are looking
Amen.
forward to joining you all next week. Thank you
Yes.
guys. We hope you enjoyed it.
Yes.
And remember,
Mom's Pearls answers life's questions.
Mom's Pearl.